Hey guys, welcome back to West Mountain Cluckers. Today I am cleaning the firewall on the 51 Pontiac. I just gotta take all the stuff off, the brakes, the gearbox, horn, clean it up, sand it, and hopefully primer it. Today we're not painting. We're still kind of deciding on what to do with that. Today Chase is with the machine shop checking on the progress of the 472. So that just leaves me to do all the cleaning. So I don't think it's gonna be too hard, but I think we have our hands full. So let's get started. Alright, well, we got a lot of it done tonight. So this is where the horns originally went, and it's got this little concaved area in the firewall. For whatever reason, there's a lot of surface rust there. It's kind of thick, and it's left behind some pitting, but we're thinking about filling it in with some primer and maybe some body filler, and hopefully it'll look pretty nice. It's getting late, so I'm gonna give the neighbors a break, and then hopefully we'll be able to wrap it up tomorrow and get some paint, or at least some primer on it tomorrow. I got the firewall is completely naked right now, so that's good. And then tomorrow we are going to we're going to a salvage yard, and hopefully we'll have seats. We're gonna have an oil pan for the engine because we need to have a rear sump, and there's something else we were going to get. I don't quite remember, but hopefully that'll save us a lot of money. So as far as tonight, I'm going to push this back in the garage, and then we will be back. I think Chase will be here tomorrow, so we'll be back tomorrow evening, and hopefully Hopefully we'll even be able to get the frame cleaned up and painted too. But I guess we'll see. Hey guys, so we're back. As I said last night, we went to the salvage yard this morning and we picked up a seat and a back seat, and we're going to see if they fit in the cab here in a minute. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get an oil pan. The salvage yard drills those out. So,
well, they punched a hole in it just to drain it rather than taking the drain bolt out. So we're hoping we could save $600 on a brand new drain pan, but unfortunately we can't. So
it's alright.
We rolled the car back out. It's very warm out today, so while it's still warm out, we decided to pressure wash at least the front part of the frame, and we got some paint for it. We're not going to paint it today because we want to redo all the suspension components, or at least take all the suspension off and then paint it, and then be able to put all that back on within relatively the same time frame. That way it's not just sitting up on jack stands for like a week. But yeah, we're gonna go grab those seats and kind of mock them up and see if they're gonna fit. So, all right, buddy. So we just put the seats in. When we're at the scrap yard, we're looking at a 1970 Eldorado that had a Cadillac 500 in, which is what we're trying to steal at that, or I guess not steal, buy the oil pan from, which we already told you didn't work. But it just so happens that it had the front bench seat and the back bench seat almost in, I'd say, 80% condition, which is good enough for us. They're blue, so it kind of matches, and it just so happens that they fit almost perfectly. As you can see, this is front bench seat. It's a little low right now. This is not its final position. We just mocked it up real quick, but and ignore the welds. I know I have to clean it up. But I mean, we got a center console. Originally, we were going to go with bucket seats, but I think this is a nice compromise between a bench and a bucket, which is nice. We got a nice armrest, nice center console. Got a third seat here. We need it. Seats are a little dirty. They need to be cleaned, shampooed a little bit, and stitched up a little bit. Oops. And this is the back bench seat. It's a 2-piece bench seat. Obviously, there's a. Let me get right here so you can hear me a little bit better. So, I mean, it's really comfy. I think we got really lucky with these seats. Obviously, there's a large gap right here, but I think we can make a filler piece with that. And with the door closed, the door obviously fills this gap just fine, so it's not a huge issue. It's just a little bit of an eyesore. The seats are a little tall for the package tray, and it's really tight, but I think it's going to work just fine. We got really lucky with these seats, and with the color and the style, it almost looks like it's made for this car. Today I'm working by myself because Chance is at work. Last time we got the seats in, or at least the front seat. I'll show you. This front seat we got tacked in place. Chance was able to use this bracket right here from the original bench seat. He was able to modify it to make it work. Raised the seat up about 5 or 6 inches or so. So now we're at really good driving height. It's only tacked in right now. So that's what we're working on today. Got to make some brackets for that so we can actually remove the seat from the car if we need to. So I just want to maybe tack the brackets in and then bolt the seat to those brackets. And then right here, I'm going to make a firewall right here to kind of close off the fuel cell. There's still going to be some holes right here. I'm not super worried about it, but it'll at least cover the majority of this spot right here. I got some spots ground that I can tack weld to, and then I got to find some way to attach the rear bench seat to the floor and to the wall. So that's what I'm working on. So we'll see how that goes. I think I might spray some weld through primer right here and prep that, and then make some brackets. Alright, well, 4 hours later, I think I got a bracket that's going to work. So I just took some flat bar right here. I made a little bend in it. I don't know if that was completely necessary, but I drilled some holes in it, stuck some bolts going through the bottom, through the top, welded the bolts in, and then just tacked the bar in place. I did that on both driver and passenger side. And then I have a little piece of flat bar right here giving the center support. I think that'll be sufficient, especially if I take some sheet metal or some more flat bar and just weld it all the way across and just burn it in all the way around on both sides. I think that'll be sufficient. Right now we only have 4 bolts in, but it's just tacked in. I think we can get away with 4 bolts. I'd like to have all 8 bolts for the bench in. I don't think it's super necessary, but with at least the outer bolts on each bracket in place, it'll be easier to locate and make some brackets or drill some holes for those other bolts. So that's where we're at. I'm probably going to stop on that bench for now, and let's see, I'm probably going to start making this firewall. Oh, stupid welding cart. I'm gonna start making this firewall for the partition between the fuel cell and the cab. I sprayed some weld through primer right here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get started on that. Right here on the bench, unfortunately, when Chance came home for lunch and helped me move the bench back in and bolt it down, unfortunately, when we're trying to get in, this trim piece landed square on one of those studs sticking up through the bracket, so it broke it. It's not the end of the world. It's a bummer, but I think we might be able to wrap it in something or just glue it back into place. So it's not the end of the world. So let me get started on that firewall, and I'll update you along the way. Alright, so I got the firewall bead rolled, as you can see. And I took a punched some spots in it for spot welding. I think it came out pretty good. I then hit it with the DA sander with 80 grit just to give the paint something to stick to whenever we paint it. It fits pretty good. It's just like half an inch too short, so I was gonna seam seal around it after I spot weld it in, but even with it being half an inch short, I don't really think it's gonna be worth seam sealing. So I'm gonna go get this in place and then start tacking it. Now I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, well, I got that firewall all tacked up. I ended up making about a 3-inch strip to go up underneath the firewall just to close it off, so I decided I am going to seam seal it. Like I said, it's just tacked in place, and then I hit it again with 40 grit just to kind of blend in the welds. It doesn't look too bad, but I have some dirty welds in there, as you can see. So maybe tomorrow I'll work on that a little bit more. Maybe actually take the seats out. I have still some more welding to do on the floor. And then hopefully tomorrow I can spray the rust converter. And then Tuesday we're getting some carpet. And then hopefully then we can paint the floors and then put the carpet in. I got some sound deadener and some insulation to go into the carpet, so hopefully we can put that in on Tuesday as well, maybe Wednesday. But I'm gonna end this video here because I have a 40-minute drive home and it's 4:30 in the morning. So turn this off. Turn this oven off that I used to keep my coffee warm. So yeah, alright, well, like I said, I'm ending this video here, so what the heck? So thanks for watching. If you like this content, please subscribe and let us know what you want to see more of. Like I said, or like we said previously, we're trying to go to a car show in May. The machine shop is giving us a runaround, so it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be real close, but hopefully we can still make that deadline. But anyway, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and please leave a comment. Thanks for watching.